I like Hank Green, but I've been seriously questioning the amount of research that he does on the topics that he talks about ever since that incredibly condescending, arguably misogynistic video on knitting a couple of weeks ago. And here we are again with another video that just completely misses the mark. Hank is claiming that utility companies have to be monopolies, and that since monopolies are inevitable, we might as well just let the government run them. Let's start with the basics. Utility monopolies are not some unavoidable law of physics. They're policy choices, and those choices have consequences. We've created a setup where one company gets exclusive control over an essential service, and then we act shocked when prices rise and innovation stalls. This is not a Republican problem or a Democrat problem. Yes, laying down multiple sets of wires isn't always efficient, but competition doesn't necessarily mean duplicate infrastructure. It means opening up space for innovation, for consumer choice and lower costs. Look at states like Texas or parts of the Midwest. They have retail energy competition where consumers can choose providers, and it works. What's really happening is that the government creates these monopolies, often with zero incentive to innovate or lower costs, and then tries to regulate them into functioning, which rarely works. And using the Tennessee Valley Authority as a success story, let's talk about that. TVA has blown billions of taxpayer dollars on energy experiments that cannot keep up with demand. They've already warned of rolling blackouts this winter, and no, that is not normal. And it's incredibly dangerous. Even TVA's own reps admit that they often have to buy energy from private utilities because, and I quote, they have lower cost generating units. Essentially, even the TVA is saying that the private sector is doing it better. Now, in the video, Hank shifts to say electricity prices are high in Georgia because Republicans sit on the commission, and that if we just elected Democrats, it would all be fixed. Come on. Georgia Power gets a guaranteed profit, 12%. So the more they spend, the more they earn. So of course they want to overbuild. Of course they push expensive new projects. And who pays for it? You do, in the form of higher rates. The real reform we need isn't electing new regulators. It's breaking down the red tape that keeps new players out. Electricity prices are going up everywhere. Red states, blue states, purple states. This isn't about partisanship. This is a policy failure. We are in an energy crisis, and it's being made worse by supply constraints. We are not letting the market meet the demand. Because of outdated permitting laws that can delay energy projects from anything from solar, wind, gas, anything, for up to a decade. So no, the solution is not to give more control over to politicians or to expand public utilities. It's an unleashing the private sector, reforming permitting, and letting innovation catch up to our needs. Because if we don't fix that, it doesn't matter who sits on the commission. Republicans, Democrats, they'll all be managing the same broken system. And politicians will still blame the other team while continuing to do nothing to change it. If we want affordable, reliable power, we have to stop protecting monopolies and let the market work. And I just want to say that this concept is simpler than knitting a sock, which was a groundbreaking human technology and something that I do not know how to do.